What's up with it, YouTube? You tuning into everything boxing. Mister, there he go talking that boxing again. And I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. Check out this next video I got coming at you. But before you do that, please like this video, hit that bell icon, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I'm here to let you know what was really going on with Anthony Joshua, before he came into Saturday night's fight. So if you look at the ring entrances, you can tell that Anthony Joshua, he didn't look like his normal self. He was frantically biting down on his mouthpiece. He didn't have a smile on his face. He just looked like he was in a daze. I watched it and I said that he was looking very nervous and he looked scared for some reason. Now, fast forward to after the fight, after he got knocked out. All the stories have been out with, Eddie Hearn got into it with Anthony Joshua's dad. What happened was Anthony Joshua's dad had to be restrained by Anthony Joshua himself because he was trying to get at Eddie Hearn. At the point in time, none of us knew what was going on, but we did see, Anthony Joshua's dad trying to rush Eddie Hearn in the ring, and Anthony Joshua had to hold his dad back. So I'm here to let you know what happened. So the news is that Anthony Joshua was actually severely knocked out in sparring 8 days before this fight on Saturday night happened. Anthony Joshua, he then suffered a bad concussion. He was knocked out by one of his sparring partners. He suffered a bad concussion. So if once you suffer a concussion, you're supposed to have a 90-day suspension from boxing. So you can't fight within 90 days. I guess they kept this concussion disclosed. And the problem is Anthony Joshua's dad, he didn't want Anthony Joshua to fight. Okay? He was telling Eddie Hearn that he did not want the fight to go on, to call the fight off. And of course, Eddie Hearn, he looking at it like, okay, I already had Jarrell Big Baby Miller get tested positive. The show must go on. We can't call this off at the last minute. The show must go on because, Eddie Hearn, he watching out for himself and he watching out for his pockets. So fast forward to when they was in the locker room. We all noticed that it took Anthony Joshua a long time to come out of that locker room to make his entrance. From what I'm hearing is that Anthony Joshua was telling, everybody in there that he wasn't feeling right, that he didn't want to continue with the fight. He didn't want to go out there. Eddie Hearn, talked him into going out there, and that's what it was. Anthony Joshua was complaining about certain things. He didn't want to go out there. And he ended up going out there, and we know what happened, from that point on. So, not making no excuses for Anthony Joshua, and certainly not taking away nothing from Andy Ruiz. But if you was wondering what was going on behind the scenes and why Anthony Joshua's dad tried to attack Eddie Hearn after the fight, is because Anthony Joshua's dad didn't want the fight to go on from the jump. He wanted Anthony Joshua to pull out. He wanted them to, postpone the fight. And he ended up fighting, and we all saw what happened. So yeah, this is crazy. Him getting knocked out in sparring is not the first time I've heard stories about Anthony Joshua getting knocked out in sparring. Anthony Joshua, he's never had a strong chin, and we saw that. Now, am I saying that the concussion that he had 8 days prior to the fight happening on Saturday, am I saying that that's a reason why he lost to Andy Ruiz? I'm not saying that. But I am saying that I noticed that he didn't look right from Jump Street, And the thing is that, him getting knocked out in sparring with headgear on, that should tell you something. He didn't have the chin to begin with. But, I don't know what this is going to do for Anthony Joshua's mental. Me personally, I've always said I didn't think that he had the strongest mental to begin with. Is this gonna really hurt him? Is he gonna come back better? Or is he never gonna be the same? A lot of fighters, you know, when they have mental issues getting in that ring, when something like this happens, they're never the same again. So, you know, only time will tell. We got to sit back and we got to see, you know, will Anthony Joshua be able to bounce back from this and be better? Or will he never be the same again? You know, after the fight, he actually looked very happy after the fight. He looked like, you know, all the weight of the world was off of his shoulders after the fight and it was all over with. Like, you know, he was trying to hold on to that O, and it just looked like to me that he was just happy, you know, that all the weight of the world was off of his shoulders. So it is what it is. Until next time, you already know what it is. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and do me a favor. Hit that bell icon and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Like this video, and you already know what it is. Anything ain't everything, but around here, everything boxing. And I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing.